Hello, really glad you could join me today. Well, it's going to be a Pilates based class. We're going to be working on 45-15 and each circuit is going to have 3 exercises in it, so it's going to last for 6 minutes in total. We'll do this twice times round. So what I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using a mat, so we'll be getting on the floor obviously. I've got a weight, I'm going to use a 4 kilogram weight, and I'm going to be using a long band. So again, Pilates, so a lot of it's going to be about moving but keeping your core under control. So if we've got all those in place, bottle of water as well, take it whenever you want it. We will start with that warm up. So we're just going to start in 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, legs further apart there. I'm just going to do that little roll. Lovely, good. Then round the other way. Go do a little reach up, up. For the moment, just keeping my legs steady. Try to take that rib cage up and away. Lovely, good. I'm going to roll one arm. Pushing my heel into the floor. Keeping my abs pulled in. Letting my bottom come with. Then that runner. Up. Good. Got another 4. Lovely, good. On the other side. Heel planted in. Abs pulled in. Leaning slightly forward. And then that runner. Just up on that one leg, driving the elbow backwards. I'm going to do a step touch, just out and back. Lovely, good. Really feel that you are going to pull those elbows back, shoulders back and down, abs are pulled in. Going to make that leg curl, leg curl. Now I've done that across the front of the body there, so I've got those squeezing on the pecs to get those arms up. I'm going to bring that knee up to the front, so just knee up to the front and turn. I'm going to do a nice strong lift and get the turn through the waist. Lovely, good. That roll. Lovely, good. Then around the other way. Now I'm going to tip that forward, tipping it forward, and come back and up. Lovely, I'm going to do that 2 more times. Just tip forward, push your bottom back, keep those abs pulled in, and I'm going to do 1 more. Lovely, good. I'm going to do a squat here, a squat, knee on the way up, squat, knee on the way up. Lovely, good. Now if you want to hold on to something to do this, you can. Holding on to a chair, a bench. I'm just going to do a roll backwards and forwards. So again, just up and back. Lovely, good. Now I'm just going to do it on the other leg. Just feel that you get your balance and backwards and forwards. Just opening out that hip flexor. I'm going to do 4 more. 4, 3. I'm just keeping concentration on my bands there. 2 and 1. Lovely, good. I'm going to drop down to one side, just dropping down. Feel that you're opening up through that hip, down through the inside thigh, and getting that tip forward. Lovely, 2 and 1. Lovely, good. Opening out your arms. Just let that chest open. Feel that squeeze by the shoulder blades. And well done. Just give it a little shake off. Okay, well, are we ready for our first one? I'm going to use the weight. It's just with one hand here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to come from a pike into a bridge, and then I'm going to get a lift from that. Okay, so ready for your first 45 seconds of work. I start in my pike, up high. I go down into my bridge. That's where I get the lift. And then coming up. And then down. Then get that lift. And lift it up for me. Lovely, good. Have those feet just outside of your hips. Pushing up. Come down. I can definitely feel it on my shoulders now. Remember which arm you did. Second time round with the other arm. And get me that lift. Three, 2, 1. Good work. I'm coming round to do my long boat, short boat. It's a V-sit. So you can have your feet on the floor if you want to and come back and out, or if you want to, here on your V-sit, the long boat, the short boat. Keep your abs pulled in the whole time. Lovely, good. So I'm just going out and back. If you want to put your arms up, you can, and then bring them back down. That's down to the calves there. Lovely, good. Lovely, good. Feel that zip and hollow on the whole time. If you want to have your arms forward, you can. If you want to hold on just slightly to your knees, you can. Up to you, where you're going to challenge yourself. Get the most out of it. Lovely, good. Core really pulled in here. Zip and hollow on. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, good. From here, head up. I'm just going to do a little roll up. So again, feet out, hips. If you feel you can't do this, just do me the curl up. But if you can, I'm going to get that roll up, all the way up, sitting on my bottom bones, not letting my rib cage rise. Lovely, good. And then coming up all the way. Sitting on those bottom bones, get me that lift. Good work. Down, and back up, and get that lift. Try not to let the knees go straight as you go down. Keep those knees slightly bent. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Lovely, good. I'm going to come over onto my front again. I'm just going to lift up the other arm this time. So it's into my pike, into my plank, and I'm going to get that lift. Okay, are we ready? Here we go. I'm up in my pike, my feet are out, wider than my hips. I come down, so I know where my hands are for the first one. Then I'm going back into that pike. As you come down, really keep that zip and hollow on, core really engaged, so I can get that lift. Lovely, good. So we're just working those Pilates principles. If you feel you don't want to do a lift with a weight, remember you can just lift your hand off. Lovely, good. And we come down, we hold that bridge, and then we get that lift. Then drop and lift. Good, feeling really strong through the core there. Good work, well done. My long boat, short boat. If you want to take your feet off the floor, you don't have to. You can come back into that V. You can have your hands behind your legs if you feel that you're just beginner out and you really want to look after your back. There we go. So, long boat, short boat. So, just that core pulled in the whole time. Lovely, good. Just dropping back and coming back up. Lovely, good. Out. And back up. Feel you're in control the whole time as you come out into that lower V and then back up. Again, arms are optional, depending on where you want them, but really feel that that zip and hollow is on, that belly button's pulled through to the spine all the time. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to do my roll up or a sit up if you feel that you can't roll up the whole way. So your legs are out. Again, try and keep your knees bent the whole time. As I come up, I'm ready to go, my head up. Lovely, good. My hands are forward, I come up, and I get that reach with a really nice straight back, and then I roll back down again. Then I'm coming up, and get me that reach, and roll back down. And up. And good work, lovely, good. So you've finished your first circuit, your first 6 minutes, and then we are moving on. This time we're going to be facing down. I'm going to do zip and hollow on at the front. I'm down onto my front, my forehead rested, my zip and hollow on, so I know I can use my glutes. Tuck your toes out and then push back with your heel tap at the end. Now look after your lower back by keeping your zip and hollow on the whole time, even though your tummy, I know, is on the floor. Feel that it's strong the whole way through. Okay, lovely, good. Head down, just rested, rest the shoulders, don't push through the elbows. I get that lift, toes out, heels in, and then go back down. Up, out. Feel that you squeeze those inner thighs to get down. Glutes really having to work hard for you here the whole time. Lovely, good. Up. Keeping it in control, trying to get as much leg off the floor as you can. 3, 2, 1. Good work, well done. Coming up, I'm going to go into an incline bridge. Unless you really feel that you can't do it, you can do it and be in a box like that there. Otherwise, I'm down into that incline bridge. I'm going to do that shoulder tap. I have got my knees on the floor for this one. Okay, lovely, good. And then tap again. Nice and light, nothing twists, but I can feel that work going from side to side. Lovely, good. Anybody who wants an extra challenge can come up on your toes, so you're in a full bridge, and you can do that touch. And again, I'm not turning my hips to get it done. Lovely, good. So just come up about halfway through. If you want to try that, give it a go. Core really pulled in, my hips are not twisting to let me do that work. Lovely, good. On my next one, it's going to be a Superman, coming up. You can go down with your knees, down into that bicep drop there. Okay, so we are coming up. We are using all of our back muscles. My arms are off the floor, my legs are off the floor. I come down. I push up onto my knees and I don't peel myself off the floor. I come up. Now this is the option. Coming down onto your knees and then slowly using those pecs to get down, or coming up and then push off the floor, come up, and if you want to now, hold me your plank all the way down. Lovely, good. And up again. Give me that squeeze. Pushing up, up. All the way down, lovely, good. Up, down, push, up, all the way down. Good work, well done. Either one of those, pretty tough work. Okay, lovely. My forehead just onto my hands there again, and I'm doing the second set. It's the leg lift, using your lower back muscles and your glutes here, and I'm protecting my back by keeping my core pulled in. Lovely, good. So I get the lift, the out, heels come back together, and then the down. I'm really having to work my glutes on this one. I'm taking as much leg off the floor as I feel able to lift. Good, lovely. Up, out, back in, and down. Good work, well done. Coming up, knees or your hands, if you're going to do this one, just slightly wider than your hips. Core really pulled in, shoulders back and down. Lovely, good. I'm going to do that tap and tap. So I'm just getting used to that weight transference each time. I'm not twisting my body to allow for it. My core is definitely pulled in. Lovely, good. I'm just lightly tapping that one shoulder, then the other. Now if you want to, I'm halfway through, you can come up, you can hold me that full plank position there. And again, I'm not twisting my hips, just that work's going from one side to the other. I can feel it through the pecs, through the shoulders, and of course my core on the whole time. Lovely, good. Are we ready for our Superman? Good work, well done. Coming down. The Superman, I'm getting that lift. Hands underneath your shoulders to do the press up. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Off the floor, all of my back working, right into my spine there. Drop down, lift up, come up. Now you can put your knees back on the floor and then come back down nice and slowly. Up, hands underneath. You can come up. Remember, you can do this all the way down. If you feel you can keep that plank position, don't let your hips drop. Lovely, good. Coming up onto your knees, onto your toes. Elbows come slightly back, so I get a little bit of tricep work going on, as well as on my pecs. Pushing up, core helping me the whole time. Lovely, good. Then going down. Up. And I'm up. Lovely, good. Okay, well done. Just going to take a little bit of a water break here, and then we're moving on. Okay, I'm on my back for the next lot. That's about my diagonals. I'm just keeping control of those diagonals. Just readjust that mat a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I'm down. And I'm going to put one leg out diagonal, one arm out diagonal. Put my head up, and as I sit up, I touch into that chin and then control them on the way down. But it is a diagonal. Okay, so just using our own body weight. I'll get that timer on. A few seconds to think about it. Lovely, good. One knee up, one leg out, hand behind my head, comes up diagonal, and then back down. Lovely, good. And up. Now long lever on both my leg and my arm, so really feel that you can keep that zip and hollow on the whole time. My ribcage stays down, my zip and hollow is on. Protect my lower back doesn't want to move. It's just about that diagonal, taking that shoulder off the floor, getting that reach over. So remember which side you went to first. You're then going to be doing the other side. Three, two, one. Lovely, good. On my next one, legs are out just in a butterfly shape. My feet just facing inwards towards each other, the soles of the feet. And I'm going to come up and I'm going to do one to the side and then one over. So my shoulders free of the floor the whole time. Lovely. My butterfly legs stay in the right position. They don't move about. I'm not tipping my hips from side to side. My legs are not moving at all. I'm just getting up and getting that squeeze. And up and over. Lovely, good. Just feel those knees are out, those feet just facing towards each other, the soles of the feet. And I'm getting that two different obliques working for me here. Lovely, good. On my next one, I'm still going to go with the same hand that I've been going with, only this time my butterfly position is off the floor. Okay, so here, okay, so I'm squeezing over and back. So the legs are just in a steady position the whole time. And really feel you get that squeeze. So it's my left arm coming over to my right thigh, but it's really my right oblique having to really squeeze to get me up and over. Lovely, good. Keeping that bridge up high. Don't let it droop through the middle. And and squeeze it over. Lovely, it's very much to the front on this oblique. 3, 2, 1. Lovely, you can feel it in my hamstrings as well on that one. On from the beginning again, everything's going in the other direction. So as it came up, straight leg, straight arm, I come up, lovely, good. So they go out, and then I come up and squeeze and touch. So my head is just in my hands. Lovely, good, up. Just getting that cross motion each time. Get it out nice and wide. Keep control of it. Do not let your hips rock. Remember that work. Sip and hollow, hip to hip. Good, out wide. Good work, well done. Down to here, I go to my same arm to leg first, and then over. My head's up the whole time, my long abs are working, my hips keep the sip and the hollow on, even though you already know from that knee position that they're locked into the floor there. Good, so 2 different obliques working. Squeeze over the side of the waist, opposite one to get me up and over. And see if you can really feel the difference between those 2. Do keep your sip and hollow on, it's just good practice. Lovely, good. And get that squeeze, get that up and over. Good work, squeeze, up and over. Good work, well done. I'm coming up then, into that bridge. Butterfly bridge. And I really have to get a squeeze now from my left oblique to bring my right elbow up and over. So again, other hand's just out of the way and squeeze. And all the time, my glutes are working for me, the outsides of those thighs, give me that squeeze. Lovely, so I'm really taking that shoulder off the floor. I'm not dragging my head, or pulling, should I say, on the back of my head there. Really keep it under control. Lovely, good. Nice squeeze each time. Don't forget about what your hips are doing. They're staying up there, and good work, well done. We are going to move on to our band. Now the first part of my band is basically a sit-up. Now often people say, oh, you know, sit-ups really hurts the back of my neck. Here, if you've got a band, you put it around the back of your head, feel that the whole width of it is on the back of the head, because you want to have your you want to have your neck really relaxed into that band. So I know the weight of my head is now in my arms. So you are going to feel this when you start to do your sit-up. You're going to feel it on the backs of your arms. Your elbows stay bent the whole time, so I don't pull my head up. It's about supporting my head where I can really get that sit-up going. Okay, so if you've got that band around the back of your head, if you haven't, you can do me just a sit-up. Lovely, good. Squeeze. Weight of your head, remember, really relax the back of that neck. So the weight of the head is in those arms. And then all you have to concentrate on is that roll yourself off the floor. Getting as high as you can, so really let those abs work for you, those long abs. Even though my hips are on the floor, I'm still keeping that sip and hollow on, just as a good practice each time. Lovely, good. On this one I'm going to get a roll around my lower hips here. The Pilates roll down, roll up. I've got the bands. I'll show you a full one first, because I'm holding on to the end of the band, so you know why in a second. I roll down, keep my knees bent, I come back up again. Here, nice strong back, that's where I get the tricep kickback. So tricep kickback, working off your own resistance there. Okay, so if you haven't got a band, you just want to do a bit of tricep work, you can sit here and do a tricep kickback with a weight, or even just with a fist, but make sure it goes straight. Lovely, good. Okay, we're going to start from sitting up. I'm holding on to the ends of those bands. Zip and hollow on, right into my bottom bones. 3, 2, 1. I roll down, under control here. My shoulders hit the floor, but my head doesn't. Roll back up. Try to keep your feet on the floor. Then really work that core to push those arms back. So it's not an upright row. It is actually a tricep kickback, but using yourself there to push back off of. You need that resistance. And you are that resistance. Lovely, good. Zip and hollow on. Shoulders back and down. Core pulled in. I'm rolling up, I'm rolling down. And get me that push back. Lovely, good. You're in single figures now. Up. Do me that kick back. And then again, rolling back down. Good, okay, lovely. On this next one, I'm coming back in a V-sit. I'm going to use a little bit more resistance here. One arm stays to the front. I roll back and I touch the floor with that elbow. It's going to be the one side all the time, so we get that good body of work done. So V-sit and pull back. Back of your shoulder working for you and pull back. Remember which arm you use. It's going to be the other arm coming back down. Lovely, good. Onto the other side. Push. That, lovely, good. So I'm getting that twist, I'm getting that turn. My zip and hollow is on. If you feel you haven't got enough resistance, take another roll of your band and come down. Again, if you haven't got a band, you can do this by just putting your elbow to the back and just holding onto the other knee so you know one arm stays forward. And pull back. You'll miss out there is a little bit of resistance. And good work, well done. I'm going to, because I'm sitting up, I'm going to work my way back on the other side. So I'm going to do the pull back first, just with the other arm. Okay, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Drop and turn. Give me that pull back. Lovely, good. Squeeze. One arm just stays there. The other one does the pull back. I can feel it in the back of my shoulder. And I'm getting that turn to look at it from my top half. Really use that resistance band. Elbow to floor. Lovely, good. Good work, well done. The roll down, roll back up, so I've already got started. Zip and hollow on, shoulders back and down. Sitting right on my bottom bones, I'm going to roll back through my spine, back up, and then that tricep kick back. So hold on to the end of your bands there. Hold on to the end of the bands, don't let your knees go straight as you come up. Right onto your bottom bones before you attempt that kick back. Lovely, good. If you've got a very soft resistance band, then you can roll it a little bit, but I would say if you've got that 1 meter 50 or 1 meter 10 on that band, it's quite a tough band, then you have to really kick back and hold it at the end. Knees always bent. Kick back. Wait till you're up really nice and tall, really sitting on your bottom bones, and get that kick back. And well done. Lovely, good. Our last one with the band, I'm just going to come down, have this back around my head, and practice really resting your head in that band. So get the neck rested and then do me the sit up. And feel the weight there. You might feel it more this time. You've done that back of arm. good. Keep on checking how the back of the neck feels. The weight of the head is in the arms. Good work, well done, lovely. We have now just a little kicker at the end. 3 more exercises. Use my own body weight, and we're going to do them 1 time each. So basically it's 45 minutes of work, 15 off before we start the next one. Okay, my first one, I'm going to be down quite low, so I have to get my knee out to the side. So I'm here, and my knee comes out to the side, back in, and then out to the other side, and back in. Try and keep the bottom low, don't end it with it up here if you can. Lovely, good. And we're down. I've got my knees just on the floor for now. I know my back is in line with the floor, it's not going up at the end. Then I come up, 1 knee in, other knee in. Good, so check. If you want to do it on your knees, you can do it. It's here, and then squeeze. Otherwise, I'm on my toes. You're only doing it once. Good, get me that squeeze over the side of the waist to get that knee up. You have to stay low, so it's really brushing the floor as it comes up. Into single figures now, it's a tough one. And good work, well done. Then I'm going to go into shoulder tees, where my feet do turn. Come into my shoulder tee, come into my shoulder tee. Work goes down through the other arm. So here we are, full bridge, and I come up. Lovely, good. And then I turn. Now do not let your hips come up. Remember, you have to keep your hips low, lower than your shoulders all the time. Your zip and hollow is on. Work those shoulders, get that lift. Really feel at the end there. You're right up at the end, very nice and graceful. That's it, good. And get that turn and come up. Lovely, good. Three, 2, 1. Good work. Well done. My last exercise, it is going to be in a full plank bridge, whichever one you want to call it, and we're going up and down in a commando. So it's a tough exercise. It is 45 seconds. If you prefer to stay on your elbows and stay in your bridge there, you can do me a rainbow bridge by just rocking your hips side to side to touch the floor. Shoulders stay nice and steady. Otherwise, I'm coming up, I'm going down, I'm not letting my hips rock. So one's rocking hips, one's not rocking hips. Okay, here we go. This is our last exercise. Okay, so get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, I'm up. Okay, so I'm going to go down, down, and then up on that hand, up on that hand. Down on the other hand, down, up on that hand, up. Lovely, good. Down, down, up, up. Other arm, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Lovely, good. I'm doing a little time check. We're in single figures now. You are doing great. Lovely, good. Really feel that core working for me. 3, 2, 1. And good work. Well done. Okay, you're coming off of that timer. And I'm going to give something a little bit slower. There, so. Okay, lovely, good. I'm going to take that little lunge forward, drop down and in. Okay, so I'm just doing that front of thigh stretch. That's it, keep that going for me there. Going to bring the same arm to leg up and then pull it down just over my head. That's it, good. And well done this time as I come back. Now if your knees are okay, you can rock right back and sit on your heel, or if you feel that is too much, you don't want to open your knee that much, It's about scooping your hips back and lifting them up slightly, and then getting the tip from the hips there. Lovely, I'm going to let that leg go underneath me, dropping down and drop. And again, if this is too much for you, you can lie on your back and just do me a normal glute stretch with one leg over the other. What's important is that crossed over leg does get near the chest each time. You can extend this one by just dropping out to the side. So really feeling that you get the most out of that stretch. And that's it, good. I'm just letting that hip drop to the side, so it's just getting that stretch out over the glutes. Okay, lovely, good. And then coming in, and then I'm going to hurdle with the other leg. Take that hurdle stretch forward, drop down right in the middle. So really feel your weight right in the middle of this one. You've got the zip and the hollow on, and you just drop down into the middle. Lovely, good. It's coming up over my head, and then I'm pulling it down. So feel that that rib cage does come away. It extends on that stretch, so you can feel it down through the waist there on that side, down through the hip flexor, down through the front of the thigh, and just keep on sinking into that the whole time. Good work, well done. I'm pushing back. Again, you can sit right back on it if you want to, or somewhere in between. And then coming down. So remember, it's about pushing your hips back first, and then getting the tip over, not about dropping the head to the thigh. You sort of lose a lot of the stretch. Lovely, good. And then across your body, and then out and down. Let it slide away, or lie on your back to do it. If you don't want your knee crossed underneath you. Both elbows stay nice and steady, both shoulders stay steady, and I just drop my hip out to the side. Just dropping that hip. Just imagine that gluteal muscles, that whole group of muscles just getting longer and longer, so that's to stretch over that thigh that's dropping out to the side. Lovely, good. I'm going to come into the middle here, and then I'm going to do an inner thigh. So just pushing back. Again, you don't have to sit right back. As long as you've got your bottom going back, you can work your foot away. If you can, keep the foot nice and flat on the floor. So we've got that stretch out on the inner thigh. Lovely, good. And I'm going to lift that toe and just wiggle that foot, and it just goes a little bit further away from me. Lovely, I'm going to bring that into the centre. Goes out at the other side, pushing it out and away. Lovely, then I'm going to lift that off the floor and push it just a little bit further. Lovely, good. Bring it into the centre. I'm going to do the downward dog. So I'm just coming up, lifting my weight up and through, and back over the legs and push. And get that upper back stretch as well. Lovely, good. Just pushing back. You can walk your hands back a little bit if you want to as well. Walk your feet forward, bring the two things together. Lovely, good. Then I'm going to come up onto the balls of the feet, bend the knees, walk the hands back. I rock back onto my heels, and then slowly let yourself unroll. Keep that zip and hollow on, and feel that that back does get that roll over, but you're in control of it all the time. I'm coming up to the top. I'm just opening those arms out. Again, where we started, just open out that chest, open out the chest. Lovely, good. I am going to take a lean forward now. Again, really engage that zip and hollow on. So go straight arms, tip your bottom back, tip over. You've got that long lever at the front. We're coming right the way down. Push through the hands, bend the knees, coming up, position at the front there, and then blowing out. Give that a little shake through. Okay, very well done. 2 rounds on each of those, and those 3 exercises really gave you each time an aspect of that core control and that Pilates movements. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed teaching it to you, and I will see you again next time. Okay, bye-bye for now.